Hello and welcome to yet another show and tell. This time it's uh, Trianon. Uh, well, more precisely, újra játszott Trianon, védjük meg az 1000 éves Magyarországot. Which means let's play again Trianon and let's defend the 1000-year-old Hungary, stuff like that. So, um, this is a historical, I hope, board game because I say I hope because um, from the title alone, um, it could be very well a piece of I don't know, propaganda um mixed with some wishful thinking or I don't know, appease some ill-gotten I don't know, frustrations for some. Trianon is a very tricky um, problem for some, not for not for really many people, but for some people it's still tricky. The Trianon being the peace treaty between the Allied forces, the victorious Allied forces, Entente, in the First World War, and the kingdom of it wasn't kingdom, it was Hungary as um, so in which Hungary, I mean, basically the Austro-Hungarian Empire um, lost a great deal of territories for other countries in the vicinity, um, or countries were born um, from those territories. Um, so a part went for Romania, Transylvania, and a part of Banat, a part of Banat to Serbia. Croatia was independent and then went to the to Yugoslavia much later than Czechoslovakia. So it wasn't a very good time for Hungary, and there are people nowadays who still cling on to Trianon. Um, and this game could be that game as well, but I'm interested in those conflicts after the First World War in 1919 and 1920 in Eastern and Central Europe, and especially the Romanian Hungarian War. So when I saw this game, I quickly jumped at the occasion to getting it with that with that caveat in my mind that it could be very well just an exercise of I don't know, of propaganda or of making up some frustrations, especially uh, um, I mean, taking into account the fact that I haven't got very many information about the game aside from the text on the back, but the components, at least in the picture, looked very well, very good. We have historical stuff happening there, and so I said, why not? Um, if it's a more balanced view, I mean, a more historically accurate view that takes into account all the viewpoints in the war, of course, with a little bias toward the Hungarian side. I mean, they made a game. It could be okay, but if not, well, it could be a good exercise in I don't know, in analyzing propaganda at the worst. Um, Being a wargamer, I'm inclined to see all parts in. I mean, uh, not inclined. I'm trained to by the wargaming itself to see all parts in the conflict. And being that I'm half Romanian, half Hungarian, um, could very well I don't know. Uh, Furthermore, make me see all the parts uh, in this situation in the old adage way. I mean, sine ira et studio, without anger and taking parts. The cardboard is very good. I mean, the printing is very good as well. Well, it's a bit of a propagandistic picture, but it's a rather nice picture. I mean, we have the I believe it's a Romanian soldier. It could be French, but I don't know why the French would be portrayed. But I don't know. I haven't seen that insignia. It's somewhat different what I've seen, but it looks like a Romanian soldier, um, Czechoslovak soldier, and a Serbian soldier breaking up Hungary. Um, I mean, the old coat of arms of the Kingdom of Hungary. You can see the Transylvanian coat of arms here, and the Croatian one, I believe, and others that I don't, and the crown of Saint Stephen. Uh, so we have the parts in the conflict that were in belligerence with the Hungarians in the late 1918, beginning of 1919. I mean, beginning all the year 1919. So we have a rule book, which is it's rather thick, but it has uh, it has a good finish. I mean, it's a bit on the glossy side, glossier than I really like, but it's very good quality. Let's see the setup. You have Hungary as it still was in 1918, I believe. And we have the neighboring countries. So this is the diplomacy card table. Um, Poland, Italy. It says Russia, but I believe it's the Soviet flag. I believe it is the Soviet flag. Some Romanian flags, Serbian one, um, Czech one. So we have a separate piece for Hungary and Czechoslovakia, Hungary and Serbia. Separate piece for the Hungarian and Romanian separate piece and stuff like that. And then we have some counters. Good thick quality counters. Some decorations, some factories, some other icons like I believe diplomacy, double-sided, the Hungarian crest, coat of arms. Okay, now let's see the board, which I thought it was bigger, but it's not that big, and I really like it. So again, good quality, thick, neatly colored board, um, depicting what was Hungary in uh, in 1918, in the fall of 1918. You can see it there. You have autumn 1918, and it goes all the way to spring 1920, because you have in the you have a build up in 1919 of different armies, and then in the spring of 1919 we have a Romanian offensive, and then we have the after the establishment um, of the Soviet Republic of Hungary under Bela Kun. We have an offensive until Tisa roughly, and then we have a counter-offensive or separate offensive from the Soviet forces, and in May, and then we have a counter-offensive of the Romanian forces until they occupy Budapest. So that's the Romanian front. You can see we have the Roman Királyság, which is the kingdom of Romania here. We have the Serb Királyság, which is a kingdom of Serbia. We have Csehország, which is Czechia, but I mean Czech Republic. It's Czech Republic, but it's basically um, yes, it's Czech, but you will have a sort of you have Pozsony, which is Bratislava. We'll have Slovakia, a part of Slovakia, which is still under Hungarian control, and they will take this part until roughly around here. So Romania will, in 1938, will be bordering both Czechoslovakia and Poland. And we have, of course, Austria, Bosnia Herzegovina, but they don't really seem like they're playable zones. We'll see. So we have Greater Hungary. Nowadays, this part is in Romania. This part is in the Ukraine. This part is in Czechoslovakia. This is a part of Croatia. So a part of this is in Serbia, and the other part around here is in Romania, Temeshvar, which is Timișoara. So we have some actions or events in Főesemény's main event here, and we have Proletárok erőre, which means workers forwards, proletariat forward. Don't know really what this is, but it looks like some military actions or strength uh, table, and then we have something which leads to, I don't know, peace or death. Don't really know much about it right now, but I'm looking forward to seeing this. So the old Kingdom of Hungary coat of arms, like I said, this looks like Croatia's. This is Transylvania, and I don't know what that the others are. Maybe Banat. I don't know. Then we have a bunch of plastic minis, which are soldiers, and they are, let's see, quite good quality minis. The green ones, I believe, are the Hungarians. We have one with a pistol and a grenade, and some officer with a sword or saber. This one, of course, is a cavalry officer with a saber. So these are the Hungarians. I believe these are the Serbs. They're fairly detailed. And, these are the Romanians. I don't know why, but all of them have a knife in their hands. No, and the rifle is put away, and so you know, I'm pretty sure they didn't all use only knives. And the Czechs, the nice ZB rifle in their hand. So yeah, pretty good quality minis. I suspect that it's something akin to an Ameritrash uh, pre, uh, protect the fort type of game, like like um, Fortress America, one of my favorite Ameritrash games. But we'll see. So we have the table of the law, so law table. Um, we have the source of power table, erőforrás. We have resources, I believe, energy, stuff like that. And then we have the players tables, because the players can play as the Minister of Interior, Belly Minister. It's a nice, that's a cool handwritten note or letter on the back. Maybe they are, oh no, they are all the same. Minister Úr, Budapest, October 28th, yes, Mr. Minister. So it looks like you can be a minister in the Hungarian cabinet at the end of 1918. So we have the Minister, the Secretary of State in America, or Minister of Foreign Affairs, stuff like that. I tend to say stuff like that more. This is the Minister of Interior, like I said. We have Hadügy Minister, which is the Minister of War or Defense, but back then there wasn't so much adulteration in the tags for in the denomination of the ministers. We have the Hadügy Minister, which is basically the Minister of War or Minister of Defense. The same letter. And Pénzügy Minister, which is the Minister of Economy and or Finances. Then another insert. So this is a very high quality game. I mean, all sorts of inserts, good quality components. Now let's see what this is. Oh, we have Államfő, we have the leaders of state. So we have Horthy Miklós, which arrives, gets to power after 1920. Kun Béla, which is the de facto leader of Soviet Hungary. And we have Károly Mihály, which is the leader of Hungary after the breakup from Austria. So we have the end of 1918 until the spring of 1919. So we have the three leaders of the period. And then we have Népszavazás, which is elections. We have different elections in different areas. We have Örvidék, which is the western part. Csalőközben, again somewhere in the western part. We have the Banat, which is a part. Looks like the Serbian Banat here, but with a part of the Romanian Banat. And we have Kostra, somewhere in the north. Carpathian in at the foothills of the foot of the Carpathians, which is mainly Ukrainian nowadays. And we have election in Partium, which is an area of Romania now in the western part of the country, north to from the Banat, with the Oradea and Satomare, and I believe a part of no of today's Maramuresh County. So these are elections back then. And we have some yellow cubes, wooden cubes. We have some cool dice with some symbols on it: a skull, a plus sign, and a green flag. Some are white, some are black. Let's see what these are. These are some metal tokens representing diplomacy, maybe the Hungarian coat of arms, and an iron cross. I don't know why and how, but we'll see. And some black cubes, again wooden cubes. Let's see, and a bunch of cards. So these are events, I believe. We have 1920 winter, 1920 spring, 1919 winter, 1919 spring. So we have, I believe, a part of them, because on the board there were, oh yes, these are the other ones. So let's see. So these are action cards using historical information, um, with the in-game effect on the bottom, and with presumably historical data and pictures uh, on the upper side, like we have here. Roman Támadás, 16th of April 1919. After the VIX, Jegyzék, don't know. Jegyzék means maybe a chord or something like that. Rejected. Hungary is faced with military actions. The Romanian army quickly prepares for attack, and defeating the Hungarian Red Army in 2 weeks arrives at Tisa River. And the effect is that a new Romanian I believe, miniature representing some armed forces arrive at the front line. So these are a part of them. We have the winter of 1920, the spring of 1920, the the winter of 1919 and the spring of 1919. And on here on the other, let's see where we can put, oh, here we have the other pack. The fall of 1919, summer of 1919, autumn of 1918, and some communist stuff. I mean, the communists take power, the Red Terror, establishment of the Red Army, the Lenin boys, Lenin, Fiuk, um, the Slovakian Soviet um Republic, um, some um, strike, some Altalanus means every day or normal, something like that, strike. Um, establishing an illegal party, Bolshevik agitation, Red Flame. Don't know what that is. Rekvirálás. I believe it's requisition, something like that. So these are some other type of cards, the communist one, and here we have some. We lost this war. The national Hungarian National Council. The Italians have broken the front. Uh, Croatian independence. The Karoi govern. So we have on the back uh, the Treaty of Saint Germain, White Terror, mass desertions, the Serbian attack, Romanian attack in the fall of 1919. So, a good number of cards, packs, and we have the laws here. So these are legislation passed in the period, the law symbol, and we have some legislation passed or actions, policies undertaken by the Minister of the Economy. So it looks like even smaller cards. We have the economy. Oh, we have diplomacy. We have armed forces, and we have the interior minister. They are smaller than those cards. And last but not least, we have something called the action pack. So these are action cards. I mean, all of them. Yes, all of them. So these are the action cards, which are bigger than the event cards, and of course way bigger than the other one. So you you'll need one, two, three, four, five if you want to um, use them on the if you want to sleeve these tarot type cards as well. So we have at least four, but or five different types of sleeves for this game. So we have some groves, some counts, Badland. It looks like all of them are politicians, or so all these action cards are basically people. Some of them are politicians, some of them are soldiers like this one, some of them are diplomats like this one, or leaders of opinion like Tormoy Cecil, and some of them are events again. The Czech Polish conflict, the legacy of Mackensen, Hungarian Hussars, the Romanian Serb conflict, because it was there have been some there has been some conflict over Banat in the area. I mean the time frame, and we have spies, Czech spies, Czech agent, Romanian spy, Romanian agent, Panamazas. I don't know what that means. Something linked to Panama, or sabotage, Serbian spy or Serbian agent. These are in a way a bit flimsier than those, or they look like, but all in all they are very good quality. So that's, and the insert can be taken out of course. So all in all, we have a good quality game. Looking forward to trying it, and let's see if um, how balanced it is from a game point of view. It looks like sort of protect the fort, sort of maybe states of siege game, but not point to point, but from different areas, different armies attacking a central player that needs to protect itself. The game is fully cooperative. Um, it says on the box that it's for 1 to 4 players, 120 minutes. And most of all, what I'm interested of, let's see if the historical meat of the game um, uh, is there, and is fairly balanced from a historical point of view, and not just propaganda. From the quality of the components, from the point of view of the quality of the components, it is very well done. Now let's see if the gameplay is on par with it, and the historical experience is as well. So that's it for now. Until next time, goodbye.